Muhammad Ali, the legendary boxer, transcends sports and stands as a symbol of perseverance, courage, and social activism. He captivated the world as a transcendent figure in sports and beyond. Ali's infectious confidence, unmatched athleticism, and trash-talking persona made him one of the most captivating figures in sports history. His remarkable career saw him become a 3-time heavyweight boxing champion of the world, but it was his outspokenness and fearless stance against racism, war, and injustice that made him a global hero.
Just before the fight, I'm looking at him. I said, "Sucker, you are in trouble tonight. You are fighting the greatest fight of all times. You heard I was the greatest, like you just said you heard this, now you see it." I said, "You said I was the greatest, but you're gonna see. I'm fast, sucker. I'm gonna burn you up. You're fighting your idol."
Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about the life of Muhammad Ali. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of the latest updates on our channel. Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., born on January 17, 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky, had a fascinating lineage. Named after his father, Cassius Marcellus Clay Sr., who was in turn named after a prominent abolitionist from Kentucky, Clay Jr.'s ancestry included African, Irish, and English roots. He was proud of his heritage, being a descendant of former slaves, including Archer Alexander, who served as a model for the Emancipation Memorial.
What made you take up boxing as a child in Louisville?
Well, at 12 years old, someone stole my bicycle. I went to a home show where they display cars and refrigerators and household utensils and everything. And I went there and left my bicycle outside and came out. It was a drizzling rain that night, Saturday evening, about 9 o'clock. The bicycle was gone. I just got it for Christmas. Somebody asked me, I asked what was the nearest police officer. And they said in the basement of the same building I just came out. And a fellow named Joe Martin was training amateur boxers in a room about this size. And he asked me to take out an application and learn how to fight so I can beat the fella up in joking fashion. So I started boxing.
Growing up in a racially segregated environment, Ali faced discrimination and injustice firsthand, such as being denied a drink of water due to his skin color. These experiences deeply impacted him, and he was also profoundly affected by the brutal murder of Emmett Till, which fueled his desire for change. Despite struggling with dyslexia, Ali attended Central High School in Louisville and pursued his passion for boxing. His remarkable story of perseverance and resilience against social injustices continues to inspire generations. Clay burst onto the professional boxing scene with a victorious debut on October 29, 1960, defeating Tony Hunsaker in a 6-round decision. He went on to achieve an impressive record of 19-0 with 15 knockout wins until the end of 1963, taking down formidable opponents such as Tony Asperti, Jim Robinson, Donnie Fleeman, Alonzo Johnson, George Logan, Willie Bezmanoff, Lamar Clark, Doug Jones, and Henry Cooper. Despite facing challenges including being knocked down by Sonny Banks and Cooper, Clay's resilience and skill shone through.
Sonny might be great, but he will leave in 8. If he want to go to heaven, I'll get him in 7. He'll be in worse of fix if I cut it to 6. If he keeps talking jive, he'll go in 5. If he make me sore, he'll go like more. If he keeps talking about me, I'll get him in 3. If that don't do, he'll fall in 2. And if he run, he'll go in 1. And if he don't want to fight, he should keep himself home that night.
His fight against Doug Jones in March 1963, which took place at Jones's home turf in Madison Square Garden, was a grueling battle that Clay ultimately won by unanimous decision, although met with boos and debris thrown into the ring. Clay's vocal belittling of his opponents and trash talk, inspired by professional wrestler Gorgeous George Wagner, became his trademark. He even sought out Sugar Ray Robinson to be his manager, though he was rejected. Clay's transformation into the self-proclaimed big mouth and bragger was fueled by his desire to attract paying fans who either wanted to see him win or lose. In 1960, Clay parted ways with his former trainer Archie Moore, hiring Angelo Dundee as his new trainer and leaving Moore's camp partly due to his refusal to do chores. Clay's meteoric rise in the boxing world was marked by his colorful personality and unwavering confidence. In late 1963, Clay emerged as Sonny Liston's main challenger for the heavyweight title, setting the stage for a highly anticipated fight on February 25th 1964 in Miami Beach. Liston was known for his intimidating presence, criminal past, and ties to the mob, while Clay had underperformed in his previous fights, making him a 7-1 underdog. Dodging Liston's attacks with his superior speed and agility, Clay delivered sharp jabs and landed multiple hits, even causing Liston to be cut for the first time in his career. Clay experienced temporary eye pain in the 4th round, but his trainer refused to stop the fight. Despite the handicap, Clay survived and in the 6th round unleashed a dominant performance, leading Liston to quit before the 7th round. Clay was declared the winner by TKO, becoming the youngest boxer to win the heavyweight title from a reigning champion at the age of 22. He later changed his name to Cassius X and then Muhammad Ali after converting to Islam and joining the Nation of Islam, solidifying his status as the greatest and making boxing history. In a highly anticipated showdown, Ali successfully defended his title against former heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson on November 22, 1965. Leading up to the match, Ali taunted Patterson, who stubbornly referred to him by his former name Cassius Clay as an Uncle Tom and dubbed him the Rabbit. Despite Patterson appearing to be injured during the fight, the match went the full 12 rounds before being called on a technical knockout. Ali faced criticism in the sports media for seemingly toying with Patterson in the ring. However, according to Patterson biographer W.K. Stratton, the conflict between Ali and Patterson may have been staged to boost ticket sales and TV viewership, with both fighters in on the act. Ali himself explained in an interview with Howard Cosell that he refrained from knocking out Patterson after realizing his opponent was hurt, rather than intentionally toying with him. At the age of a mere 18 years old, Ali had clinched the gold medal in the 1960 Summer Olympics. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, with the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X at the forefront of the fight against racial segregation. Despite facing initial rejection from the Nation of Islam when he attempted to join in 1961, as they questioned if a boxer could adhere to their strict lifestyle, Ali's status as the heavyweight champion changed their stance. Embracing the Nation of Islam's practice of changing names inherited from slave owners, Ali first became Cassius X, following in the footsteps of Malcolm X. But he didn't stop there. He officially changed his name to Muhammad Ali, viewing his old name as a reminder of the shackles of slavery and the white supremacy associated with his namesake, Cassius Marcellus Clay. Notably, Ali's decision to change his name also inspired others like civil rights activist Michael de Freitas, who adopted the name Michael X in the UK. Cassius Clay had become interested in the Nation of Islam and its leader Elijah Muhammad 5 years previously. However, he had kept his religious convictions a secret until he publicly announced his new name after his fight with Liston, stating that Cassius Clay was his slave name. His bold stance against the Vietnam War further propelled him into the spotlight, as he refused to be drafted into the war despite being reclassified as eligible for induction when conscription standards were lowered. This decision cost him dearly. He was stripped of his world champion title and boxing licenses, fined $10,000, and sentenced to 5 years in prison, although he continued to appeal the conviction and was banned from boxing during the lengthy appeals process. On August 11, 1970, despite his ongoing appeal, Muhammad Ali was granted a boxing license by the City of Atlanta Athletic Commission. This surprising decision was made possible by the influential efforts of Leroy Johnson, Jesse Hill Jr., and Harry Pett, who utilized their local political clout to establish the House of Sports Company, which organized Ali's comeback fight. This highlights the immense power of Georgia's black politics in supporting Ali's return to the ring. Ali's much-anticipated first bout after his comeback was against Jerry Quarry on October 26th, resulting in a triumphant win after 3 rounds due to Quarry's cut. Just a month earlier, a crucial victory in federal court compelled the New York State Boxing Commission to reinstate Ali's license. He then faced Oscar Bonavena at Madison Square Garden in December. Although his performance was lackluster, he ultimately achieved a dramatic technical knockout of Bonavena in the 15th round. This victory positioned Ali as a top contender against heavyweight champion Joe Frazier. The legendary showdown between Ali and Frazier, dubbed the Fight of the Century, took place at the Garden on March 8, 1971, and was an electrifying event that captured the attention of the world. Both fighters were undefeated and vying for the title of heavyweight champion, adding to the intensity of the bout. The fight was broadcast to 36 countries and saw 760 press passes granted to eager journalists. Ali, who had developed a training camp in the countryside, employed his now famous rope-a-dope strategy, leaning against the ropes and absorbing punishment from Frazier to tire him out. Frazier landed a devastating left hook in the 11th round that momentarily wobbled Ali, but hesitated to press his advantage. In the end, Frazier won by unanimous decision, dealing Ali his first professional defeat. It was a gripping battle that lived up to its billing and left an indelible mark in boxing history. However, Ali made a comeback in the second fight against Joe and won by a unanimous decision. In 1974, Joe Frazier's defeat paved the way for a title fight against the feared heavyweight champion George Foreman in Kinshasa, Zaire, on October 30th, a bout famously known as the Rumble in the Jungle. Despite Foreman's reputation as one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, and at the age of 32 with diminished speed and reflexes, Muhammad Ali was confident and colorful in the lead-up to the fight. Ali's strategy paid off as Foreman grew tired and Ali started landing more frequent and effective punches. In the 8th round, Ali knocked out Foreman with a combination, winning the fight and regaining the heavyweight title against all odds as a 4-1 underdog. This historic upset victory introduced the world to Ali's rope-a-dope tactic and was watched by an estimated record-breaking 1 billion viewers worldwide, making it the most watched live television broadcast at that time. While initially rejected by the Nation of Islam, Ali's growing public profile and civil rights activism led to Elijah Muhammad granting him membership and bestowing upon him the name Muhammad Ali, meaning worthy of praise and elevated. In 1975, Ali converted to Sunni Islam and began practicing Sufism, a mystical form of Islam. His journey of self-discovery, spiritual growth, and unwavering commitment to his beliefs continued to make him a legendary figure in history, with Martin Luther King even citing him as a major influence in his opposition to the Vietnam War. Ali's health gradually declined due to Parkinson's syndrome, but he remained active in the early 2000s, promoting his biopic Ali in 2001 and contributing to America, a tribute to the Heroes Benefit concert. He joined forces with actor Michael J. Fox, who also has Parkinson's, to raise awareness and funds for research, testifying before a Senate committee in 2002. In 2013, rumors circulated about Ali's health, but his daughter confirmed he was fine. He was hospitalized for pneumonia in 2014 and again for a urinary tract infection in 2015. Despite these challenges, Ali's determination and spirit remained strong. Ali, at the age of 74 years, was admitted to a hospital in Scottsdale, Arizona on June 2, 2016 due to a respiratory illness. While his condition was initially described as fair, it rapidly deteriorated, and sadly, he passed away the following day from septic shock. The news of Ali's hospitalization and subsequent passing saddened many, as he was well known and respected in the community. Ali's legacy endures, inspiring generations to follow his example and strive for greatness both in and out of the ring. And with this, we reach the end of today's video. What do you think about today's video? Share your opinion. Do let us know in the comments section below. And if you liked today's video, give us a thumbs up and do not forget to hit the subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family, and press the bell icon for more upcoming videos. We'll see you next time with a newer video. Stay tuned and take care.